In this tutorial, I'm going to give you an introduction into working with audio in Final Cut Pro. First, we must identify, convert, and import files. To import, you must go to File, Import, and select your music folder. As you can see, none of the songs are highlighted because they are MP3s, and Final Cut Pro does not recognize this type of file, so we have to convert it to AIFF files. To convert your song, you simply open iTunes, select your song, go to the Advanced Control, select Create an IFF version, and you will automatically convert the song. You then can go back to Final Cut Pro and import in by going to File, Import, Files, and your music folder. Now you can select the songs that have been converted and import it into your Final Cut Pro project. We have now identified the song we want to use for our project, converted and imported into the Final Cut Pro browser, so we can now drag it into our timeline viewer. Simply select your song and drag it down into the first audio track. There are 4 audio tracks available, so you can layer various soundtracks, sound effects, and voiceovers. In the next section of this tutorial, we will learn how to navigate and manipulate our audio. As you can see, our audio line is rather blank, and it will be very difficult to edit without any detail or waveforms. To view the waveforms, click Sequence, Settings, Timeline Options, and then select Show Audio Waveforms. The waveforms then appear, click OK, and now you can edit. Another way you can do this is by selecting this arrow called the Timeline Layout pop-up and selecting Show Audio Waveforms. Because you often edit audio by frames, it's helpful to zoom in. You can do that by selecting the magnifying glass with the plus and then clicking on your audio file. As you click, the waveforms show more detail. As you can see now, we can move frame by frame at a closer view. You can also view your audio in detail in the viewer window. You can raise and lower your volume and make other adjustments. If you then go to the hand and the speaker symbol, select it and drag it down into your audio timeline, it will adjust your audio. Next, we're going to learn how to use keyframes, which you would use in fading your audio. First, you'd select your pen tool, and then go up to your viewer, and on your audio line, click, and you'll create some keyframes, which are little dots on your audio line. Now if you select it and you drag, you can see you're fading down or fading up. Next, we're going to learn how to put a voice over your video project in Final Cut Pro. A voiceover is a narration over your video, much like what I'm doing right now. In order to do this, you need to select Tools, Voiceover, and then hit the red record button. The voiceover will give you a countdown, and once it starts recording, you start speaking at your computer. Now you want to keep it within the green. Getting to yellow and red is too loud, and you'll get some feedback. Once you're done, hit the red button, and your voiceover will go over on your timeline. You can adjust and modify your voiceover just like you would your soundtrack. In this next tutorial, we will learn how to import photos into Final Cut Pro. To import photos, select File, Import, Files. Then select your Photos folder. You can select one or more photos at a time. To select more than one photo, select the first and last photo you wish to import. Select them while hitting Shift. They will then go into your browser. You can view your photo by selecting the name and looking in your viewer. You can also modify the names by double-clicking and typing in your new name. You can also modify the duration of the clip by clicking and typing in your new time, such as 5 seconds. You can then select your photo or photos and drag them into your timeline. You can then play back the timeline and show a slideshow of your photos. You can also set in and out points of your photos. Simply type in when you want your photo to start and when you want your photo to end. It will then change your duration, and when you drag it down into your timeline, it will automatically go to that point. Thank you for exploring the basics of audio and photos in Apple's video editing program, Final Cut Pro.